He comes into the cage and he's got his traditional headdress on, whatever it was, his hair done like a Mongolian monk or something. and then the way he fights, is with a lot of nastiness. He throws heavy with every single shot.
I'm into the gimmick. The hair is weird, but that stuff works. That stuff works. Having this open attitude, I thought he cut a great interview after where he looks like a super scary guy, but he speaks like a pretty friendly guy. Anytime you have that kind of yin and yang, it just works.
Unorthodox movements, unorthodox strikes. The combinations don't necessarily flow in terms of traditional combinations, but for me, the man is successful.
One of the things that Bisping isolated and talked about was that Jiri only has bad intentions. There's heat on everything. Bisping is right. This guy's got bad intentions. He'll punch you in, he'll kick you in the leg and hope your face breaks. Like, he hurt everything. This guy just come out and hurt everything.
He's like Bruce Lee. You know, he talks a lot about philosophy and things like that, you know, and meditation and like, you know, the side of martial arts that you don't really hear about in mixed martial arts. Jiri Prochazka certainly talks about those kind of elements.
You know, when I watch Jiri Prochazka, because I was saying his name all wrong the whole time, Jiri Prochazka, I could not believe what I was watching because I watched him fight Volkan. I watched him just kind of chase Volkan down the whole time until eventually he landed that right hand.
Volkan Oezdemir was knocking people out, flatlining them, you know, and he fought for the belt. Okay, he came up short against DC, I think it was. But, you know, this year, Prochazka just goes at him like a fucking madman, hands low, throwing all kinds of weird, awkward angles. He's a very, very interesting guy. I mean, you could say that he's out of his mind, but I love this guy.
He is a little bit crazy, I think so, but in good way, you know, in good way. Yeah. You know, he will put a lot of pressure on you. He throw a lot of punches. People don't understand this, you know, how to block this because they don't see this, you know. And I think so, you know, in this madness, he's really good, you know.
He's an avalanche, man. He's an avalanche going downhill, and there is nothing that is going to stop him unless you can knock him out. And I don't know who can do that outside of maybe the champion, Jan Blachowicz.
And yeah, Daniel Cormier, he have right. If I fight in future against him, maybe. So I will stop him for sure.
I watched the Blachowicz, how he talks and how he's like a person. And I like him. It will be a pleasure to fight with him, and I will enjoy this.
The guy, as I said in my tweet on Saturday, once he gets rolling, it's so hard to deal with that type of pressure and willingness to fight. I know everybody's in there fighting, but not everybody's willing to just take punches, willing to just throw caution to the wind with technique. He's not just throwing anything, right? He's doing things with a purpose, even though he's doing them in a bit of a reckless way.
No, he's got crazy style, but it's working, and it's working really good.
Yep.
But I think that Dominick Reyes, you know, he will be a little bit better in this fight. That he don't play in his game, you know, but he play in his game, and Jiri won the fight and won in amazing way, you know, amazing elbow.
And I got to be honest with you, watching Dominick Reyes after round one, it felt like it was only a matter of time before Jiri got to him. Because every time Dom landed those nice counter right hands and left hands, dude wouldn't even blink. He would just continue down the path.
It was the best Dominick Reyes going in there, or tried to be the best version of himself at least. You know, he would have really, really pushed himself in training camp. He said that to us. He talked about mixing in the takedowns, which he did do. He did manage to take down Jiri, but Jiri got back to his feet very, very well. Everything what I'm saying basically is this guy is on a stratospheric rise to the belt. 2 fights, and now he might be fighting for the belt next.
I mean, the chin, right? Eventually, the chin can only take so much damage, right? You can only take so many shots. Right now, obviously, he's not at that point because he walks through punches from guys like Dominick Reyes, who you know hits unbelievably hard. So Prochazka has he's very durable.
Kid has a chin. Chin. He got rocked and stays in the pocket, but his face didn't have a blemish on it, which is nuts because they were trading some big shots. That Jiri guy is so fun, man. He's so goddamn fun to watch.
Every time you get hit as an athlete, every time you get hit as a fighter, there's always like something coming out of the bank. and he keeps getting hit like that with 4-ounce gloves, it'll make it hard to sustain that.
I was needed to change this style, to little upgrade that. Dominick, he landed the punches to me, and that was each one of these punches can be the finisher, and that's not the right way. I need to change that.
Yeah, Jiri's my favorite light heavyweight fighter by far, hands down. He's so entertaining. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, he's like, Dominick Cruz, or he's like Tony Ferguson. Yeah, to me, I get a lot of, when I watch him, I get a lot of reminiscent, I get a lot of memories from vintage Tony Ferguson. As far as just movement on the feet and just that warrior passion, that's what I get out of Jiri. He's a big ass version of Tony Ferguson.
He's really, really good. His style is really unpredictable as well. But I feel that he's a little bit open for shots, You have to take out all of the opportunities that people can knock you out or hit you, because one hit can turn the fight. So I'm improving a lot of my game because I'm watching this guy. This guy is really powerful and can knock you out with elbows, kicks. They do everything. Today everybody train everything.
Because I like to keep the fight in the pressure, all the time in the pressure. But when you keep that in this highest pressure, you need to count with these counters. But now I think I need little time to upgrade a little bit my style.
This dude Jiri has fought Volkan Ozdemir, who was probably like 6 at the time, and had fought for the UFC championship. Dominick Reyes, who had fought for the UFC championship and was ranked number 3 in the world. So it's not like he has taken a slow approach to making his way into the title picture. He really came in here, took his opportunities and grasped them, and he should be fighting for the belt.
I'm growing from the fight to fight. And for the opponent like Blachowicz or Teixeira, I need to take just a little time to upgrade my style, because these mistakes from this fight with Reyes, I can't do that in the title fight.
This guy Jiri, man, you guys gotta get on his train. You gotta get on it, man. It's so fucking fun to be on. It's all over the place. His hands are down. He goes orthodox. He goes traditional. He just does wild shit. He knocked this dude out with a spinning back elbow. He's exactly what the light heavyweight division needed.
And I think Prochazka, I know when he comes back in a main event. Question is, against who? Remember that name, Prochazka.